Hello, beauties. Hello, hello, everyone. Oh, how are you all doing? Sorry, I've had load shedding and I'm actually at a friend of mine's apartment and I don't know how to use her lights. I know that sounds crazy, but I feel like I'm on a ship, guys. This place is like a ship and the lighting is just different and it's all labeled wrong. It's literally labeled and it's all labeled wrong. So I apologize. Um, but let's see if you guys can see me. Can you see me? Are you all good? Yes? Yes, you can hear me and see me. Yay! It means we have internet, which is a big bonus. How are you all doing, my beauties? I'm so excited to be connecting with you tonight. I've been reading all your beautiful messages of encouragement in the group, in the WhatsApp group. I absolutely love them. Guys, you're all being the community that is my community, like that I envisage, that I endeavor to bring together. The beautiful love and support and care and encouragement that you're showing each other is just, it warms my heart so much. Thank you. Thank you for being you, each and every one of you. Soraya, Jacqueline, Elaine, Anne. Oh, who's next? Irene. Thank you. So beautiful. So much love to you guys. I know we have some people missing still tonight. There's 8 of us all in all. Okay, Taya's coming back in, but there's 8 of us all in the group. Who are we missing? Are we missing anyone? We are. Hey, Jacqueline, I know we're missing people. Let me find my chat. Tanya is missing. Yes. Tanya is missing. Okay. Can anyone just ask maybe in WhatsApp, in the WhatsApp group and say, Tanya, are you there? Are you coming? Is she the only one who's missing? Oh, she did mention she won't be joining. Okay. So I've just come out of another coaching session. So I must have missed that. Okay. So if she did mention that, then I guess then that's fine. If she can't make it this evening. So what I'm going to do is, Shame Tay, you sideways again. Oh, and Mayena. That's right. I knew there was someone else. And Mayena, did she say she was not coming? No. Okay. Taya, won't you ask in the WhatsApp group, just send Mayena a message and just say, are you okay? Are you coming? Thank you. Okay, she's doing it. Okay, excellent. Okay, so did you prepare your burning question and your aha moment? Did everyone prepare a burning question and an aha moment? Hands in the air, hands down, hands half up. Elaine has, Jacqueline has, Anne has. Irene? Yes. Let me scroll. Soraya?
No, I didn't get the email.
Oh, you didn't get the email? I sent one yesterday and one today. And I think I put it in the WhatsApp group as well. You didn't?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so that's fine. You can go later. Think about what your burning question is, like something you've been wanting to ask me for the last week. And then also, what was your aha moment this week? And I have been seeing some of the shares in the group, so I know there have been aha moments, and I know that there have been shifts, and I can already feel it within the group that there's a difference in the vibrational frequency of the group. But I want you guys to share, because I love it when you guys share, and it's so wonderful to celebrate each other, and to be able to verbalize it is also so wonderful, and to learn from each other. So, my beautiful ladies, who is going to go first tonight? Da-na-na-na, drum roll. Brrr. Who will it be? Da-na-na-na. Is it Irene? Jacqueline! Jacqueline has come out of the skin, guys. I think you just muted yourself again.
Yes, I tried and tried. Sorry. Can you all hear me?
Yes, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's so good to be here. It's so good to see everybody here. I just wanted to go first because I felt like there was something that I wanted to share with the group. Something that was important to me, and I think it's also important to everyone in the group. And that's I read a lot of people apologizing that they didn't reply as soon as they wanted to, or that they didn't do the homework, or they didn't watch all the modules yet. And there are so many apologies, and I just wanted to say how I feel, and I feel like we don't need to apologize. It's okay. We all working and doing our best. So please don't apologize. Yeah, because I used to apologize all the time too. And I know we are so committed to this course and to each other. There is so much support. It's really, really special to me. And this is like my fourth time, and there's always been support. But this group to me is really extra special. So please don't apologize. I know we support each other so much. So yeah, I really appreciate that for everyone. So thank you all.
I love that, Jacqueline. And you know what's amazing is that I think this is a huge win for you. And you know that we've spoken about it. And this is such a big win for Jacqueline not to be apologizing and for her to stand in that truth and now be also saying, guys, you don't need to apologize. It's such a huge, huge win. I can't even tell you. But I also want to take note of something. Jacqueline, you are saying that this is the most supportive group that you've been in so far, and you've done the course 4 times, right? Can I tell you something? It is amazing when we learn to receive how we suddenly see how much is available to us to receive. And I'm saying that very specifically because so many of us are surrounded by love and support. But because we're not open to receiving it, we don't believe we are deserving of it, we question it, we don't feel it coming in, we don't see it surrounding us. And what's happened with you, Jacqueline, is that your vibrational frequency has shifted and your receptors are so much more open than they have been before. And so you are feeling the support and love in a different way than you've ever felt before. Does that make sense to everyone? Have you guys got that? Yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, was that your win that you just shared with us, Jacqueline, or
Yes.
do you have another one?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, I watched the modules again, and I felt it was so good to hear it, and it didn't matter what module it was, but everything I heard was self-love, all connected to self-love, and yeah, it stood out for me so much, and yeah, I really, really enjoyed it too. I noticed that I enjoyed more and more every time. So yeah, that it's also like a big win for me.
Yeah. Yay, beautiful, beautiful. And do you have any questions? Do you have a question that's been sitting in you that you maybe want an answer to? Or are you
No,
good
no,
now?
no, I don't.
Yeah, ladies, Jacqueline. Beautiful, Jacqueline. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the fact that she went first. I mean, those are 2 wins. I'm sorry, Jacqueline, those are 2 wins. Usually Jacqueline was my last every time, guys. Should maybe be second last or last, but she'd always let everybody else speak and then she'd wait. And at the end, then she was the last one. Or I would go, Jacqueline. and then she would come. So those are two very big wins. I see you. I honor you. Well done. Beautiful. Who is next? Dun, 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 dun. Who's brave? Come on, come on, come on. Who is it? Yes, Serena's ready, guys. Goes wild.
Thank you, thank you. So my aha moment was, as I said, from the beginning, I had like limiting money beliefs, and I had big money wins. So I've been finally, like, a lot of things are opening up. I've been visualizing a lot as well in my mind and in a new business, and I see my tree growing, and my tree is actually growing. And also in my other business as well, in my modeling agency, I've been waiting for a contract since a long time, and it's all kind of coming through, which is great, which I'm really happy about. And I had a second win as well. I've had like family issues this week, discussions with my mom, discussions with my sister. And I realized initially it was like, oh no, this is not, it was like I was taking it very personally. And then I reflected back and I realized that it was I who said the wrong thing that triggered my mom. And I knew what I said, like with thinking back, and I said, I know I shouldn't have said that, and that's what triggered her. So I apologized and everything was fine.
How beautiful is that, Soraya? That you can take responsibility in that way is just so, so, so beautiful. Hey, guys,
Yeah.
that's a huge thing because we are so often looking outside of us for the perpetrator, for the one who has done something wrong. But when we can actually self-reflect and say, oh, I see it now. Oh, that was me, and take responsibility, we start taking a completely different course, right? Yay!
Especially because she brought up things like 6 years ago. Suddenly she said to me something that happened 6 years ago. And I said, why is she bringing it up now? And I realized it was because of what I had said. And I connected the dots and knew what had happened. And the same thing with my sister, because now I try and analyze things differently and think like, what did I do to make this happen? Or the person say this to me? So that's been like really great wins for me.
Wonderful. And also wins financially with your agency and your business.
Yeah.
Amazing, 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 Soraya. And do you have a burning question? Is there something that maybe has been sitting on your heart or your mind that you would like to ask?
The burning question was to continue in because I think for me, the big limiting belief was money, because it comes and it goes all the time.
Yeah.
And is trying, like, how can I keep the flow and do it properly, if I can put it that way.
So that's a great question. And I actually had that question in my mini manifestation course today. And I must actually make a note because maybe I must do a little story on it, how to keep the flow going. Because I want to show you what I'm seeing when I'm looking at you. Because it's just, I mean, you guys see that? That's what's happening for me right now. It's just so beautiful. It's the sunset and then all of you. It's so lovely. Okay, anyway, so the question came up, like, how do I keep the flow going? Because there's been so many wins as well in the mini manifestation group, which has been beautiful. But they're like, how do we keep the flow going? In fact, Jacqueline and Elaine, do you remember Kalinea? She was in your group in, I think it was the first round. She's doing mini manifestation now. And the question came from her. And she said, how do I keep the flow going? Like, this is so great. I've had like so many wins. Products that I've been trying to sell for ages are suddenly starting to sell. You know, I've introduced a new product. Those products are selling because she's focusing on sales very much. And I said, wonderful. And she said, but how do I keep it going? As with everything in life, you're learning the basic tools, the practices. So if you can relate it to learning to drive a car, you're learning how to use the indicator, you're learning how to use the steering wheel, the clutch, the brake, you're learning how to reverse, to go forward, to parallel park. You're learning all of these tools and techniques, right? And in the beginning, it takes focus. It takes you being very conscious about how you are learning these different things. And it takes practice. What is a habit, guys? Your life is formed of habits. Your life is literally a sum of your habits. So you're learning new ways of thinking, of doing, of being, of existing. That's what you're doing at the moment, right? You're learning new ways of navigating your path. You're learning new ways of shifting your own vibrational frequency to be a match with your truth and with abundance and with unconditional love and with compassion, right? That's what you're doing at the moment. But if you can think back to when you were learning to drive a car, you were like, damn, where's the brake? Where's the clutch? Oh, stall, right? That was what it was like in the beginning. And so it took a lot of conscious effort and practice. The same with this work that you're doing with me. Initially, it takes a lot of conscious work and practice. But eventually, certain elements, certain techniques, certain tools just become a part of your daily life. And that's just how it is. And so, like, for instance, I needed 10 grand for something, okay? 10,000 rand. I needed 10,000 rand for something. I was like, oh, I want to do this. I need 10,000 rand. I literally got a WhatsApp call, like message saying, hey, Susanna, do you want to do this for me? It's going to take you an hour. I'll give you 10 grand. Right? So, I mean, I should have asked for 100,000, guys. What was I thinking? Asking for 10 grand. Seriously. But the point is that because I'm so practiced in it now, all I literally did was I went, oh, I need 10 grand. How am I going to get that? And it arrived, right? It's already been paid. I haven't even done the job that I'm doing for 10 grand on Friday morning. So the point is that as we do these things, it will become habitual. It will become a part of you. That does not mean, and I want to really stipulate this, that you do not need to show up for yourself as your highest self. It does not mean you get to stop making an effort. If you want to win prizes, you have to enter the competition. You can't just expect to win the prize, right? It's like my mom won prizes constantly, like all the time. She's won 3 jet skis, guys. 3 jet skis. She's a housewife, okay? She's won coffee machines, this, that, trips to this, but she's won lots of things. And everyone goes, oh my God, your mom's so lucky. I'm like, oh my God, my mom enters every freaking competition she sees. So of course she's lucky because the odds are in her favor. How many competitions have you entered lately? Seriously, think about it. How many competitions have you entered lately? How are you supposed to win if you don't enter the competition? So no matter what, these things are going to come into your system. That's what's happening at the moment. This work that we're doing, it's integrating stuff, new stuff into your system, right? But you have to show up. You have to show up and do your best. You have to show up and do the work consistently. And you've got to actually take action towards something, right? Otherwise, it's not going to show up for you. You've got to do that stuff. Okay? Does that make sense to you guys? Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Soraya, does that answer your question, honey?
Sorry. Yes, it does. It
Okay.
does.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Oh, and one last thing, I also learned to say sorry.
And sometimes that is needed as well. So like in Jacqueline's case, it was very not needed. But in Soraya, in your case, that's beautiful, you know? And then,
Because
and then,
especially to
yeah.
Zian's father, so.
Ah, beautiful. Beautiful.
That was.
So we
Thank
have to
you.
go, we have to go to different people, but I want to just make this point before we move on, is that remember, it's always a pendulum, and we're always trying to correct to find center, to find that balance, to find that middle point. So if you're somebody who always says sorry way too much, right? You need to swing the other way and stop saying sorry for a while, right? You have to stop doing it completely, right? And then you're going to find the midpoint. If you're somebody who never says sorry, you've got to swing the other way. And then you find the midpoint. And then you find discernment. And discernment is the place where you know what you should be apologizing for, that you can take responsibility for, and what you shouldn't be apologizing for, and what you shouldn't be carrying. And again, guys, it's a practice. Hand on heart, hand on solar plexus and sacral, taking deep breaths in. Do I need to own this right now? Do I not need to own this? Like you did, Soraya. I see you. I honor you. I see that. Do I need to own this? Yes, I do. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I made a mistake. It's so beautiful when you can say that, right? So beautiful. Okay. Who's next? Is it Elaine? Is it Irene? Is it Anne? Who's gonna go? Bum, bum, bum.
Hello. Yeah. For me, this week has been a huge exhale, just really a breathing out and being in the moment and kind of knowing that everything will be okay. And yeah, and it really feels very, very good. And so much, Susanna, what you summarized in our last call, but also wrote in the WhatsApp resonated with me. I think you really pinpointed to the main aspects that are important to me, and that is especially to see everything as an opportunity, to reframe and also to see myself in a new way, and to see the challenges that I faced as opportunities to have learned, and also to tune in more to my truth and what gives me energy. So also in the wheel of life, I really know that I'm looking for my purpose. So for example, for me, I would love to do some voluntary work. So if you have any ideas in South Africa, how I can, because I have so much free time left, and I would like to focus it more on things that give me energy, and that for me is helping others. So that's something I would love to do that more. And also, secondly, to let go of things that don't serve me. That is my biggest obstacle. People that drain me, or situations that drain me, to more easily let go. You described that in your text as kind of a black hole that you also kind of experience in your earlier years. And I feel that as well. So for me, the situations that are most difficult are the ones that are unclear. So once I make a decision, or I can live with it, but people that are not committing, for example, make it extremely hard for me, because I want to help, I want to focus my energy, but I kind of can't let go because it's undissolved. So I've had let go of many friendships which feels super strange. And but on the other hand, also kind of good, because I know it doesn't serve me anymore. And lastly, not to be too hard on myself.
Yeah.
So that's the main conclusion. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Like really,
Like really, really.
Oh, I'm echoing.
I'm echoing.
I'm going to mute you just because I'm echoing back of myself. But really beautiful, Anne. Like really, really beautiful. All of those things are just so, so, so important. All of those realizations you've had, all of these shifts that you've been going through are just absolutely beautiful. You know, a lot of people ask, how do I find my purpose? Follow your bliss. Like what makes you the happiest? And if you don't know what that is, just write a couple of ideas down and start doing those. Just start doing them. Where we get stuck is when we don't take action. As soon as we start moving, the universe starts bringing things to us. But when we're not moving, then there's no way for something to come to us because we're standing still, right? Does that make sense? So, and follow your bliss. Literally sit and reflect and say, what are the things that make me the happiest? What are the things that I do that literally make me the happiest? Okay, so how can I use that to help someone else? Because that's literally what it is. Like we make money from helping others, guys. That's where our money comes from, right? So think about that. Like what brings me the most joy? Amazing. X, Y, and Z at the moment. Don't be afraid to reinvent yourself a million times in your lifetime. I do it all the time, right? What brings me the most joy? How can I use that to help others? Also, Anne, if you do want to do some charity work while you're here, I've got stuff for you to do. Always. When it comes to like, yeah, charity work, there's always stuff to do. So we can get it.
Thank you, Sukash.
Okay. And do you have any questions? Do you have any burning questions?
Yeah, actually I do have, because that resonated so much what you wrote in the WhatsApp, on me absorbing energy and having to protect myself. I really noticed that if I go into a room, or that I absorb also the negative energies, I don't know how to protect myself because I want to help, and I don't know how to best protect myself from getting hurt in that sense, and also to use it more as a gift. Those two elements.
Yeah. Okay. So
any advice on that? Yeah.
Yeah. So the protecting yourself, like there's a number of different things that you can do. But at the moment, like what I'm seeing in your energy field is that you are basically just super open. So there's no barrier points there's no boundary. You don't have boundaries. And so you need to learn boundaries. And I saw a beautiful little doodle the other day, and it was this little creature lying down, and it had like these lines around it, but they were like cute lines, you know, and this other little creature was like sitting, and then it had like a bubble over its head, and it said, "Oh, you've got such pretty boundaries." And the other little creature said, thanks, I've practiced hard, you know? And that's the thing, is like boundaries are something that unfortunately we're not all born with. And unfortunately, a lot of us need to work hard at creating. And so, but it's a conscious practice, like everything. It's constantly checking in with yourself. Am I in this situation because I want to be in this situation, or am I here because I'm people pleasing? And Am I doing this because I want to be doing this, or am I doing it out of guilt or some sense of responsibility, right? So that's the first place, and this goes for all of you guys, right? This is why I love this group setting, because all of you can learn from each other. So that's the one thing. And then also, if you listen to all my spiritual medicine processes, I always call on Archangel Michael, and I ask him to put a bubble of ultraviolet blue light of protection around my energy field. And I do this before I do any energy work whatsoever, but I sometimes also do it if I'm going to a party or if I'm going shopping. I do it every morning for my day, but I'm saying like I reinforce it for different situations, because I know that in certain situations I'm more energetically vulnerable, if that makes sense. It's as easy as that. Asking Archangel Michael. Say, please, Archangel Michael, put a bubble of ultraviolet blue light of protection around my energy field. And picture it in your mind's eye. I like going like a bubble. I'm now in a bubble. And I do it for all of you guys as well, you know? So like just before our session, I went and stood on the beach, and with my feet in the salt water, I washed my hands and I brought in the light. I did all of that. I prepped for our session. That's what I do with all of my clients. There's lots of other things as well, but I think just start there, and at least that will be a starting point for you. Okay, was that helpful? Yeah. Okay. All right. Great. Elaine, Irene has written something here. I prefer to write. Okay, no problem. Irene, you got the version that you could watch in English, hey? Okay, good, my angel. My aha moment is having understood that I have to accept that I don't always have to be perfect. Perfect, but just do my best. That's it. Accepting even when I'm not well without putting too much pressure on my body and my mind, but embrace what happens to me. My question is how to overcome the fear of doing things even when they are not perfect, because I often get stuck waiting for them to be perfect. I think I'm ready for my new life, but I'm still afraid of not deserving it, and sometimes I block the flow. So first of all, like so much excitement for you stepping into being a recovering perfectionist. Yay, 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 yay. Recovering perfectionists in the house, okay? So, yeah. Okay, very, very much beautiful. So that is the first thing. The second thing is the more you practice honoring your body and honoring your heart and honoring your mind and honoring your spirit and where you need to be, the easier it's going to become. The easier it's going to become to step into the new version of your life that you are wanting to experience. So this requires some patience. And I know that recovering perfectionists, when they were perfectionists, they were like, bam, bam, baby, I want it all now. It must be done and it must look like this and fit in this way, right? That's what perfectionists do. But it's not what life is. It's not how life works. We have to be patient with ourselves. And it's a constant practice. And that affirmation, this too shall pass. You know the affirmation that I use, this too shall pass? That beautiful bittersweet of this too shall pass. Use that in those moments where you're like, but I need, and the anxiety and the fear, this too shall pass. It's okay. You've got this. This too shall pass. Are you actually okay right now? I am. I'm in pain or I'm scared. I honor that feeling. I allow myself to feel that feeling, knowing that this too shall pass. It is scary, I know, Irene. I really, really, really do know. And I saw your share earlier on. I hearted it. And in the group. And I know it's one of the hardest things to actually just go, oh, okay, this is where I am. I need to sleep. Sorry, I'm canceling my day. That can all wait because my health, this body that is carrying me, that's the most important thing. So just practice, my angel, gently. And after some time, it'll shift. And I know you say, I want to feel like I deserve better things, but I don't feel it all the time. The fact that you are here, Irene, the fact that you are investing in yourself in this way, the fact that you invested previously in a course with me, and now you are here and you continue to show up is so beautiful. And it's showing me that although your mind has not caught up, your heart is already in the direction of deserving. Does this make sense to you? Yeah? Do you guys all get that? When I left my ex-husband, I'm sure I told this story in one of the modules. I apologized to him, by the way, the other day. But when I left my ex-husband, he said to me, it's not fair. You promised me you would love me for the rest of your life unconditionally. That's what he said to me. And I said to him, I said, I do love you unconditionally. I just have started loving myself as well. And I can't keep letting you do this to me anymore. And I didn't love myself yet. Guys, I didn't love myself, but I wanted to so badly that I was making the decisions and the choices that reflected the type of person that loved themselves. Do you understand the difference there? And then eventually, this and this caught up with each other, right? And that was the version of me that emerged. Guys, I'm still on that journey. This and this still have moments, and then they have moments, and then they have moments, and then they have moments. They just have a lot more moments that are in alignment now because I've been consistently practicing. So show up for yourself as that version of yourself that loves yourself. Make decisions from that place. And eventually it will come into alignment. Does it make sense? Does it help? Yeah? Wonderful.
Hi everyone, how are you? So nice to see all of you. Before I start, I just want to say something because it got me so excited. Remember, Susanna, when you said we must take a picture of ourselves and then after the course we'll take a picture again? And you look like a different person. You are glowing, really, and I can see such a huge change in you. You really, it looks like after 8 weeks and you accomplished that within a week. So really, you look so good, so good. You're glowing. Okay. I had quite a few moments, but I think my biggest one was realizing this too shall pass. But it was more meaningful to me realizing that the good things, the special moments will also pass. I actually was crying because randomly I was also looking of a video when my daughter was younger, and she was just dancing to some music and being silly, and I realized that moment passed. And the last few years, I think that the last 2 years, I've been so focused on fixing everything for everyone that my focus has been on this bad things must pass. When is it going to pass? And I didn't realize you're missing the little things that's also still happening. That's beautiful and that's good. I'm not seeing that because I'm focusing on the wrong stuff. So that was kind of amazing. So I woke up, and this morning something great actually happened, and I thought, okay, but what if this can go wrong, and what if that happens? And I just stopped myself immediately there, and I said, this is a good thing that happened. Let's celebrate this. Stop looking for when is something bad gonna happen or going like that. I stopped and I spoke to myself on my name. I said, Elaine, you can't do this. What's happening right now? So that was actually amazing. And I think my husband thought I was crazy because I did it out loud in front of him, and I just said, stop this. So yeah, that was really good for me. And then
well, can we just for a moment there, Elaine, that's wonderful. Like, what a wonderful realization, and what a shift then in actions and in decisions. I mean, that is so beautiful.
thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much. And then I just quickly wanted to say it goes with what Suraya said, saying sorry. I don't know what my trigger is yet. You said in session, the last module 5, our mind reveals what we are ready to heal. So I don't know what my trigger is yet. So I don't know how to start healing. But you also said people hurt when they are hurting. And I also realized I will say something when I'm hurt and no one else realize what I'm going through in the house, in my household with family, and they will just keep on, please do this for me, please do that for me, and I'm like just doing everything for everyone. Then I will kind of get nasty, or I will just be irritated with them, and they can see on my face that I'm irritated now. So instead of realizing that someone else is hurting me because they are hurting, I realize that maybe I am hurting also people because I'm hurting. So I'm owning that. I'm owning that I might be doing that as well.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then there's this beautiful space that opens up when you have that realization, because then you can say to your family, I'm so sorry that I made you believe that I can take on everything and do everything. Like, I know that I've given you that impression, and I'm so sorry that I gave you that impression. I take responsibility for giving you that impression, but actually I'm exhausted and I've got a lot on my plate. And so I need you to be more sensitive to that. And I need you to also help me share the load. Elaine, you're allowed to get help.
Okay.
You're allowed people to help you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
So it's good to take, this is the pendulum, guys. This is the discernment. Where do I take responsibility for myself in this situation? And where do I go, okay, but also that's not mine to carry. That's what I want you to practice and really think about over the next week. When you say you don't know what to heal, Elaine, you're busy healing. Like, it's happening. I mean, you've just expressed a shift, a major shift in the way in which you normally deal with things. That is healing. You're in it. You're in it, baby. You're doing it. Okay.
Okay.
Did you have a question or have I
Yes, I just wanted to know, should I try to, it sounds ridiculous. It also I think resonates a little bit with Anne being open and feeling a lot of energy, but I'm not really, how can I say, I'm not really that people can't see that I'm open to their energy a lot because I'm really actually an introvert. So, but I feel everyone else's pain to an extreme that I can't explain. It is draining me. So I'm happy when someone else is happy. My evening was made just by seeing that Anne looked different, and that I was so excited. So I'm happy when someone else is happy, and I need to. I don't know. Should I start not to have that much empathy, or was I made to have empathy? I don't know, because if there's a lady walking down the streets, an old lady, and she's struggling, I will worry the whole day about that poor lady and what can I do to help her. And there's nothing I can do. But yeah, so that's, I don't know what to do.
Okay, so in your case, and quite often, have you watched Breaking the Codependency Trap yet? That module?
Yes, I did. That's the one, yeah. I'm talking
Okay.
about.
So watch that one again, Elaine. That's an important one for you. So what is being displayed in your life is actually codependency. It's not a case of having too much compassion. You are deeply compassionate. You are empathic, and you also feel other people's things. That's not in question. But if you can break the codependency trap and come into a space where you are interdependent, you won't be drained anymore. And at the moment, you're codependent, which means that your joy, your sorrow, everything comes from an outside source. It's not being created within you.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That's true. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. I can't create my own joy or sorrow. I'm codependent on someone else's. That makes, I'm going to write that down.
So the book, Breaking the Codependency Trap, I give it to you guys in your reading list, but it's also, I mention it in the module. That is an excellent book for you to read, Elaine. It's excellent for all of you guys. Everyone in here is codependent, by the way, just in varying degrees and in slightly different expressions, but it's everyone in here, okay? I was extremely codependent at one stage. I'm now much better. Sometimes in relationships, my codependency, like I can see it wanting to come out and I have to be conscious of it. So I'm saying that because you guys are not alone and it's not a bad thing. It is. It's something we work through and heal from. When you're saying you don't know what to heal, focus on this. Focus on codependency. That's a really good focus point for you. Okay? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, my darling. Thank you. Well done. Well done. Guys, you are amazing. You really are. It takes real guts to do this work. It takes real dedication to yourself to do this work. Soraya, I've also seen in the group your sharings. Beautiful, beautiful. Jacqueline, Elaine, Anne, Irene. I mean, the fact that Irene is Italian and doing this constantly blows my mind. And then she's doing it. Like she's being that horse that's sitting at the lake and like, you know, sucking it all in. Well done. Well done, all of you. And Mayena, I'm so sorry you're not with us. I know you're going to watch the recording of this. I honor you as well. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for investing in yourselves. Really, I am loving watching your progress. I finally got my phone, so now I actually am able to communicate with you guys, which is great. But I want you to also know that like everything comes in waves. I watched the ocean change the beach and its surroundings, and it's the most beautiful reminder to me to just flow with life, because one day I'll wake up, guys, and there's no beach. There's just no beach outside my window. And I look and there's rock formations that I haven't seen before, right? I don't recognize them. And I walk the beach every day. But the way in which the sand has moved the rocks, moved around the rocks, makes them look different, makes them higher, makes them lower, right? It helps me see a different perspective constantly. And that's life. We're moving through this life, right? And there's these things that come up all the time. Today, I had to reframe the bejesus out of my situation. And yesterday, my little nephew left today with my sister. And whenever they go, I feel like half of my heart is being taken with them, you know, like quite literally. She's my baby sister. She's like my child. I literally, when she stopped breastfeeding, I moved her into my bedroom, guys. She became my child, okay? Both of my sisters, I did that with both of them. And my parents used to ask me what I think they should do with my sisters. Like I was properly like another parent to my sisters. So when they go, I understand that feeling of, you know, they say when you have a child, it's like having your heart walking outside your body for the rest of your life. I have that with my sisters. And now with my nephew, I'm like, I'm so close to him, like so close to him. So when his little 2-year-old squishy arms wrap around me and say, but Tia, why aren't you coming with us to Australia, which is Australia? You know, my heart literally cracks in half and shatters, and I just like, ah. And I have to then not sit with him and go, oh my God, they're leaving. There's not enough time, right? Because that's where my mind wants to go. And I have to bring myself into the present and go, thank you. Thank you for this moment that I'm getting to share with my nephew. Thank you for this beautiful time that is creating these beautiful memories with my sister and my nephew. Thank you for this hug with his squishy little arms. Thank you for letting me smell his hair. Thank you for his humor and letting me share in this moment. Thank you for my sister being here with me for this moment, right? I have to practice these things too. It's not like my monkey mind doesn't want to run wild every once in a while. It's crazy, that little guy. That monkey is crazy. It wants to do stuff, right? So we have to go, I see you, but I'm not going to let you take over. I'm going to be in control, right? So I'm sharing that with you because you can see I'm fine. Can you guys see I'm fine? Yeah? Did my heart break today? Did I sob like a 6-year-old whose puppy died on my dad, like snot cried at the airport in front of everyone? 100%, guys. I 100% did that today. But I'm okay. Can you see how we start living in this duality of being able to feel completely and fully and then still also be completely okay? Yeah? Less suffering, more grace. I wish that for each and every one of you. Are we all complete, guys? Is there any other question that's popped up before I let you go? 9 o'clock, guys! I did it in 1 hour. What? Does anyone else have any last question before I leave you? Or are we good to end there? Yes? Yes? Can I have thumbs up from all of you beauties? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, Irene. Okay. So much love for you guys. Please keep supporting each other beautifully. You're doing such a good job. It's so wonderful. Please keep celebrating yourselves. This is so important. I say this all the time. If somebody comes to your house, if you go to a birthday and you take somebody a present and you put so much effort into that present and you give them that present and they go, thanks. How likely are you to give them another present? Not very likely. Not very likely at all, right? But if you give someone a present and they go, oh my God, I love this. This is amazing. Thank you so, so much. How likely are you to give them more presents? Oh my gosh, you're going to be hunting. Your mind is going to be like, whenever you are somewhere, you can be, oh, you know what? They would love that. I'm just going to get them. It's just like an extra little gift. I'm just going to get. That is the universe, guys. When you celebrate yourself, when you recognize your wins, when you recognize where the universe is supporting you, it goes, they like what I'm doing. Oh, look, I'm being valued. I'm going to show up more. Yeah? Good. Okay. I'm leaving you with that. So much love, my beauties. Thank you, everyone. Lots of love and light. Have a great evening. Ciao, Elaine. Ciao, Jacqueline. Ciao, Anne. Ciao, Irene. Taya, thank you so much for being here. Saraya. Bye.